Hello everybody, Luke back once again. This time to be breaking down a brand new survey that just came out about gaming in America. Yeah, we got numbers like how many gamers are females, what percentage of Americans overall are gamers, and so much more. If you're looking for a breakdown about new video games coming out like we typically do, don't worry, I'll be right back to those real soon. But I thought this was a very interesting survey. I wanted to break it all down right here. Now this survey comes from Ipsos, I think is how you say it, IPSOS. Now this is a study that took a look at gamers in 2021 and really looked hard at 2022 and 2021 and broke down a lot of interesting information in it. So we're going to be taking a look at this and let you know what it shows. Now 2020 was a huge year for gamers as millions of Americans spent more time at home, which resulted in them spending more time online during the pandemic. Even older games like the Command & Conquer Red Alert 2 online system reported record online activity as many gamers went back to some classics that they played, or many gamers who haven't played in a long time got back into gaming because I'm sitting around home not doing anything. Now, Ipsos has released a new study that shows about 55% of gamers said that they played more during the pandemic, but they also found out some other interesting things, so let's take a look at that. But first, if you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. As we try to help you learn everything about the world of gaming, we try to do the research for you about new games, gaming news, and more, break down complicated things into easy to understand short videos like this that help you save time. If you like what we do, help us out, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. Alright, let's start breaking down this survey, or really should be called a study. It's a lot more scientific than just a basic survey. According to this, 67% of American adults aged 18 and older play video games. So let's round this up roughly to almost 70%, and that's a large amount. It says overall, 227 million Americans play video games. Now, there's a difference here between I play video games maybe once or twice a week, or a few times a month, versus I'm a hardcore gamer and I'm playing every day. Now I'm definitely a little bit more on the I'm a hardcore gamer, I'm playing almost every day side than I am on the I play a few times a month. Now, a few years ago when I was very busy with my company, I wasn't playing video games every day. And that happens. So people also come and go. I think the pandemic has definitely driven people back into it. Now, people under 18, it's 76% of US children play video games. So video game industry is doing really well. They don't have to worry that much about the future of gaming, even if they just keep a good chunk of 18 and under right now gaming once they become older. Now, one thing I did find interesting, and I actually think this may be a little bit low. I wonder if there's some type of bias in the people who were willing to respond to the survey. But only 31%, or excuse me, the average age of American gamers is 31. Now, I actually think it's a little higher, but that may be just because the people I game with are a little bit older. I do know I play with some Call of Duty groups and where the average age is in the 40s, and we have members in their 60s and 70s who have played with us. Gaming is no longer something just kids do. I think people are a lot like me, grew up with gaming, and now that you're an adult with your own kids, you're still gaming, or you're playing games with your kids. I still do that. Leave me a comment, let me know, are you older than 31? I bet a larger percentage than you would think are. And here's the big question. The gamer girl, which is something that a lot of people have joked about not being that big, but it turns out 45% of gamers, not of Americans, but of people who play video games, identify as female. So yeah, there are more men who play video games, or at least identify. That's important here. We're looking about people who identify this way. 55% of them are not female. Now, though, 45% are. That's probably far bigger than you would think. Now, I've heard arguments for a while, oh, women probably just play different types of video games. You could make a case of that. My mom actually plays video games. She loves classics like Myst and more, which allow you to play puzzle games. She absolutely loves those puzzle games. But I do know quite a few women who play games like Call of Duty and Battlefield and many of the other games that you would identify as very games dominated by men. But they sometimes just don't bother identifying themselves. How do you know who's on the other side of that gamer handle, right? I used to date somebody who was a big gamer, and she would actually play with a male's name and a male's character and never talk in voice chat for the reason that, let's be honest guys, sometimes we're real jerks to them. Just keep that in mind. So I often wonder how much men sometimes just being crude and rude to women gamers has resulted in them not wanting to bother to identify themselves as female gamers. Are you a female? Are you watching this? Is that your experience? Leave me a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. All right, let's keep moving. 8% of video game players in the US are over 18. And this goes back to my thing again. Gamers have grown up gaming, and they're not going to stop just because they got older. Well, yeah, back in the 80s and 90s, you probably did have mostly under 18 as well as a new technology. But I bet gamers older than 18 were a bigger percentage of that than you would think. I don't know if I have any hard data I was able to find. If you found anything from, like, let's say very early 90s, like 90 through 93, and the 1980s, how many people were gamers? Let me know. But remember, video games really kicked off big in the 70s with Atari and arcades. And I bet a lot of those people, as they became 18, 19, 20s and older, kept gaming when the Nintendo and Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis and more came out. So let me know what you think. More than half of all gamers, 51%, play 7+ hours a weekly. Now that means maybe an hour a day. How often do you play? Back when I ran a big business, I was very busy with my business. Probably 3 or 4 hours a week, often on weekends. You know, you get a bunch of stuff done. You just want to go play a little Call of Duty, or, you know, I would play a lot Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, honestly. I enjoyed that because it was a game I could just kind of jump in, play, and be left alone and turn my brain off. What is your preferred game, and how often do you game? The most popular game genre? This was interesting. By 63% of all gamers is casual gaming. And then followed by action games and shooter games at 39%. Now, we hear Call of Duty, Battlefield, and all that, such juggernauts. You probably would think that more than 39% of gamers play them. It's not true. Casual gaming, I bet, will be heavily leaning towards mobile gaming nowadays. Now, I still think there's a lot of casual games out there. I wonder where you would put, like, Animal Crossing. My daughter absolutely loves that. Roblox? How would you categorize Roblox into this? Those are interesting things. Let me know what you think. Now, the big thing that this may not be a surprise is that video game sales skyrocketed in 2020. Turns out that skyrocketing is not slowing down. In 2021, so far, year to date, 14.6% increase in sales over 2020. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that many games that were slated for 2020 were delayed into 2021 with pandemic-related development issues and more. That has resulted in a lot of big games coming out this year, with gamers going out and getting them. So there you go. Let me know what you think. Are you surprised that 45% of all gamers are female? I actually am not. I would not be surprised to find out it's a little bit higher, but that the female gamers, because of, let's be honest guys, behave yourself on voice chat. Don't be rude. It hurts gaming. Are rude, so they don't want to identify as female. So I wonder how much that plays in. Alright, so that's the video for today. We'll be back with another breakdown of new games, gaming releases, and more real soon. Let me know what you think of this. Do you enjoy this style of video? Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, send me a message. Let me know what you think of the channel, and hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us. You can find me also on Twitter, LukeBK. Thanks for your support. I appreciate it. We'll be back real soon.